Dear Twin Flame souls out there, welcome to the Twin Flame Awakening Journey podcast, and today is an episode 105. In today's episode, we are going to talk about dreams. Why do you dream about your twin flame? Is there any connection? Is it a sign of a union, or is the sign that your twin flame is going to reach out to you? Or why do we dream overall? The reason of today's podcast is that just recently now scientists discovered, and I will put this link in a description here on YouTube and Spotify. Always, if you look at the video or the Spotify descriptions, there are a lot of links that you can use and books and things that I recommend. And I mentioned with Naomi one book that I said I read about it, and I really highly recommend to everybody. And I will put the link over here as well, and it's called Conversations with God by Neil Donald Walsh. And I've been thinking of my Patreon members that since I read quite a lot, and I might start putting out on Patreon just the monthly recommendations, what to read or what is interesting and might bring you more clarity on this journey. So those of you who are on a Patreon, you will have it. And also, just to say before we go in, this Sunday is an exclusive opportunity to join for an inner dance healing with a light language session with Naomi. Naomi is from Sweden and she's joining us. As usual, for my Patreon members, it's absolutely free to join. You can also, and since I'm just going to say that normally going for the inner dance healing, it's very expensive actually. But for me, it's about introducing for you the unlocked door to open it. And I know when you open that door, the abundance, the love, the connection will follow. So if you are opening that door, you also will have a chance to afford this in the future, that this will become part of your routine and your life will change. Yesterday marked a very big day for me when 2 years ago I had nothing. 2 years ago I didn't even know if I will be, what will come next. It was just unknown. And yesterday there was a big milestone that it just happened, which was completely different than 2 years ago. Completely different. And why do I talk about it? Because sometimes I know that you might be going through a very hard time. You might have lost a job, you might be struggling with finances, you might feel extremely alone, you're super scared of the unknown, and it feels like this is it, this is the end. Or you haven't heard from your twin for a very long time. Or you feel that no one loves you, you feel disconnected from love, and it's a bit of a roller coaster. That's why I say that on 27th, you are more than welcome to join us. For Patreon members, like I said, it's for free. For others who would like to join, I have it on the website that you can donation-based join whatever you have. And also, as Naomi is joining from her free time, from her family, any donation or any contribution is more than welcome for her. None of it is for me, none of it, it's just, but it's not mandatory. It's not mandatory, none of these things I do, I mean, is that you need to pay or you need to do something. And so I just wanted to start with that. But also, the fact that I'm talking about it is that scientists just discovered, and they had a test, that they could control people's dreams. And they could communicate in between the dreams. So, and this is now published, and they talk about it, how they were given signs and how they were given like noises and all of this in order to have a communication in the dreams. And I know that often on this twin flame journey, many of us can think that, none of this is true, or none of this is real, and none of this is happening. But I always say that you need to follow what your heart tells you. Not your mind, but your heart. The science will follow up. We will get more answer. But I want to start with the fact that Carl Jung, who has been studying a lot of about dreams, and he believed that they are a window into our unconscious mind. And I just want to start with the fact that Carl Jung said that dreams are guiding words of the soul. And he believed that dreams are carrying messages for the unconscious, and they're guiding us to the self-awareness, inner wisdom, inner union, and connection that we have with other souls, within ourselves. And that's why I wouldn't take it so lightly when we dream about our twin flames and when they come to our dreams. I often say on my podcasts also that when you have a dream about your twin flame, write these dreams down. As you know, it's a very small window when you wake up and you remember this kind like in the beginning very vividly, but then it like starts to cut it off. You kind of remember that, oh, I was there, but I didn't understand how I was there. And then this happened. And I saw my twin, but my twin was not actually looking like my twin, but I knew it's my twin. And then my twin told me something, but it was a bit confusing. So I always say that the moment you have it, write these dreams down. And we have different type of dreams. We have lucid dreams, astral travel dreams, and dreams play a huge role in our unconscious. And I'm one of the biggest fans of the dreams of this journey, because we try to control a lot in our 3D life, how our day is going to be, what I'm going to do, what I'm going to say, who I'm going to meet, all of this like expectations of the day. But at the end of the day, when we go to sleep, we don't have any control. We close our eyes and we just go into something. And it's going to show us something. And Carl Jung has also said, which is very interesting, and why I say about, the reason I talk about today dreams on your twin flame journey, and don't take it lightly. Don't take this as, oh, this doesn't mean anything, it's not real. Because dreams are the ones that are like in a sense of going to somehow manifest. And so what it is saying to you, like Carl Jung said, until you make unconscious conscious, it will direct your life. And you will call it as a fate. So dreams are often giving us a glimpse of unconscious, what is going on there. That's why it often happens that some of you have such a strong connection through the dreams. And I will tell you what I have collected as a data of talking each one of you. Again, so if some of you who would like to have a call with me, you're more than welcome, or twinflameawakeningjourney.com. As these stories are so interesting and I keep on seeing the patterns. And so your dreams are showing you something. And so let's dive into the first thing of why do you dream and how you can dream about your twin flame and knowing that it is your twin flame. I have seen this over and over again. I've heard that where people dream about their twin flame in their dreams before even meeting their twin flame. So they keep on seeing in their dream that this person is keep on coming, and you have some kind of a big recognition inside of you that you feel like, I know this person. This person, like you know them already in a dream, and you have a lot of messages from there. But as you haven't met your twin flame in a 3D life yet, you kind of misunderstand, or you kind of let it go in a sense of, oh, it's nothing, or why is it there? And you don't pay attention to the patterns. Of course, I mean, we can't pay attention to everything that happens in our life. 3D, 5D, this thing, and all the time we need to be aware and conscious. But of course, that would be the goal, to be very conscious and aware of what is happening in your world, but not to feel like a pressure. I don't like when things are under pressure, because then we need to perform. So many of you see your twin before, and I actually, right now when I said that, I was just thinking about it, that leave the comment, the dreams you had with your twin either manifested or became true later on. And so one of the ways is that before meeting your twin flame, before coming to this journey, you dream about them. You clearly see them, their face, their everything, or you see something that is so significant, whether it's the hands, whether it's the eyes, whether it's some kind of a word they are using or place they live in, but it feels for you like you know they are coming to your dreams over and over and over again. And now this new study that came out as well shows us very well that there is a way for us to enter into the dreams. There is a way for me to have a communication with you in a dream. So this is also a meaning of often we act on our 3D, not on our 5D, meaning of we live by the mind, not by the heart. And so which means we don't say the things we want to say. We don't share the things we want to share. We don't live the life as we're supposed to live. But one of the biggest regrets of people, what we have heard before they pass away, is that they weren't their authentic selves. That they worried what other people would think about them. They were scared of sharing their opinion or way they see the life or what they feel. But here again, and I have started to say this a lot on my podcast, there's only one version of you. And there is no other version. There's only one version. And it's you. Becoming your higher self and your authentic self is the most important part of this journey, because you want that somebody loves you the way you are. You want to be surrounded by people who vibrate on the same frequency. You want to love, you want to love, you want to be held by the people who love you. You don't want to fit in somewhere. You don't want to prove something. You don't want to constantly feel like you need to be somebody else. So just to say that this is the gift for you. This journey is a gift. Your twin came to show you who you truly are and what truly matters to you. So think about it. You have a very small window on this earth, and being your authentic self is a gift. Is that journey painful? Yes, it is. So let's move on from here of why do I dream of my twin flame when we are in a separation? And I remember that very vividly on my own experience. I did not dream of my twin flame before of coming to the twin flame journey. Or maybe I had, but I had no conscious awareness because I was not aware. I did not pay attention to the things. It all felt the same in the sense of dreaming, and so. And this is the story about being aware. When we are aware, we receive more information. Our senses are more sensitive. That's why, again, what your twin flame did to you, it awakened you. It awakened your senses. It awakened your life. But now what happens when you dream of them in a separation? You haven't heard from them, let's say, 2 months, 3 months, 2 years, 5 years. But you dream of them. They come and tell you. I remember on my own experience when we were it must have been the 2nd or 3rd month of separation. And I had a dream where it was like at 4 a.m. I woke up, my heart was beating out of my chest and I could not understand. Did that just happen or was that a dream? Like it took me time to get back to this world here. And my heart was beating so fast because my twin had come up to me and said, "This is all your fault. This is all your fault. I don't want to feel this way. It's all your fault. Why did you do this to me?" And being extremely upset. And I did not understand. I was like, what? I was so confused at the time. I was like, why he's upset on me? What is this dream about? And I kind of translated that back then that maybe it's because I was upset. Maybe because I was so much in pain and it reflected through me or something like this. Well, the time went on, and by the time I had deeper conversation with my twin, he clearly told me how, in a sense of upset he was, that it's because it's an impossible love. Oh, here is another thing that our Instagram community, we did another day. And just in between to say that some of you would like to test that, put in a ChatGPT all of the conversations or messages you have with your twin and let ChatGPT to tell you about this this connection and what it is. It's quite interesting how it puts together of this. And it's just a fun thing to try and see what the robot thinks of that. But you can use your messages, your conversations, and just to see what it's going to tell you. So just as a fun thing to do. But so the time went on, and I knew. But I also remember that we were already talking again after separation. And we had very deep conversations, and then there was the same thing. He came to my dream and said to me, "Why did I meet you? It's so painful. I don't deserve this pain, and why did I meet you?" And I remember I texted him that. I said to him, "You woke me up this morning with this very intense dream." And his response to this was like, "Wow, that's very interesting. I wonder what I was upset about it." And so he was keeping it quite casual and quite cool. But then again, later on, we had a conversation and he clearly said to me, "You remember when you told me about that dream? And I really felt that it's unfair that we met in the sense of these circumstances as we did." And so just to say that these dreams that you're having, even in a separation, so now they have many layers. One of the things is they want to tell you something. If your twin is coming to your dreams in your separation, they are trying to tell you something. And even though in a 3D life, they can show you completely different lifestyle. They can show you completely that they are happy, all of that. But souls, they don't lie. And it's the same like Carl Jung said. Dreams are the guiding words of the soul. And this is the difference in between what we do in 3D and 5D. In 3D, we often don't say what we exactly feel, who I really want to be and what I really want to do and how I really see the world. It does not have to be the way I see it or somebody else. And it's the same here on Twin Flame Journey. I love your comments when you put your inputs in it. You share something from your perspective, and the same on all of the group calls and all of these things. I just love it because it brings so much more awareness of feeling and understanding. And I often say when people come to my calls and say, it's a crazy story, and I know you have heard crazy stories, but this is another thing. And I say, you know what? A couple of years ago, any of these calls I would have heard, I would have said, not real, not happening. While now, after going through so much, I can clearly say that I'm the last person who's ever going to say this is not real. And because you never know when you're going to experience this. And then it's like the joke is on me or on you in that sense. It was the same, like I didn't believe in a soul realignment. I didn't believe in Akashic records. I didn't believe in any of these things. And well, my life changed from there on. I'm no longer after the soul realignment, I'm not the same person. And that's why I had to meet my twin in between. It was just all made up like that. So when you are now in a separation and your twin is coming to your dream, number one, they're trying to tell you something. Number two, they're coming to your life that they want to tell you something in a 3D, but due to some circumstances, let's say there is a relationship in between, or let's say they are not confident enough, or they are struggling with their own truth of speaking their truth. They're coming through the dreams to tell you that. And again, this new study what we have really shows us that we can stop doing things in a 3D. I cannot say you something, and I can come through the dream and tell you something. And I believe what also really, really helps here, again, that's my belief and that's what has happened to me, is deeper meditations. So, of course, like if you're meditating 15 minutes a day or 20 minutes, and it can work for some of you, but I can say that if you can do a good like half an hour, 45 minutes a day, or even, let's say, you break it apart, half an hour, 45 minutes in the morning, lunch and evening, you deepen the connection with your subconscious. And when you deepen the connection with your subconscious, you deepen your senses and you deepen your knowing. And from there also, you can direct the messages, you can communicate. That's where the telepathy comes in. But of course, it requires, again, practice. Think of it a little bit like starting to walk. You know, if you first do your steps, you don't walk like a, I don't know, marathon runner. It's not going to work. You're going to do a few steps, you fall down. You're going to do a few steps, you're going to fall down. But you keep on going, and your first steps are nothing to compare to, let's say, if you're going to be a professional athlete. Very two different things. It's because your muscles and everything. So it is a practice. And the same is with meditation. Same is with energy activations, like a breath work, yoga, yin yoga, very beneficial. Very, very beneficial. And so these things I tell here on a podcast is not because I really want to punish you of saying, now start meditating. And on my next episode, I'm going to talk about how to handle the pain and why do we have so much pain on this twin flame journey, and what to do and what not to do. And not because you have to follow all of these steps. It's because I see that that sometimes we tend to hide from the pain. But that's for the next episode. So coming back to the dreams again. So like I said, they're going to come and tell you something. And even though, let's say, they tell you in the dream, I love you, or I feel you, or I see you, I want to tell you this, or you see them, you see you getting married with your twin, or you are seeing having children with your twin, or you're seeing that there is something. I always say, write these things down, and when you can, connect in a meditation. That's why what the inner dance, what we are doing. Inner dance is a very strong way into getting into the subconscious. It's going to fight with your ego, as we know, but it's a very powerful way. And there you can see also the same things. Everything that is in your subconscious, everything that is in your energy can manifest into the 3D. So again, I'm going to invite you to share your dreams and also how it manifested, let's say, in 3D, or how it started to make sense to you, that you were seeing it, let's say, repeatedly, someone in your dream. Turns out you met, it was your twin flame, or something like this. Everybody has their own journey if you're willing to share. So In a sense of also, when you have a doubt, as we know on a twin flame journey, we have a lot of doubt. We just don't want to believe that this is real. How can you be so in love with someone you barely know and you barely have any connection with? Let's say you haven't spoken to each other for 5 years, but yet you feel that there is a strong telepathy. You feel that you know them. You just have some weird coincidences that normally do not happen. So there is also that they come and remind you that don't forget me. Don't try to so-called eliminate me from your life or go away. So again, that's the beauty of a dreams. You can't control what you're going to dream about it. Try tonight, if you're listening, go to the bed and say, oh, I'm going to feel and I'm going to dream about this. I'm going to do this. Although this new scientific thing is showing us that there is a way of entering, there is a way to control, there is a way of doing it. But again, it required certain methods. It required to enter into the subconscious. So it's not just like this, that I'm going to bed tonight and I'm going to have a dream like this. So they're going to come and remind you that I'm here. And dreams also can be, if you're wondering whether you are on a twin flame journey, whether you have met your twin flame, dreams are also a very, in a sense of, you can get answers through your dream. They can tell you very clearly why they are in your life, what they are showing you, and what they want you to do. And often, so here is another thing, a third thing why you dream about your twin flame. Your twin flame offer comes to your dream right before you are about to make some life change. And they're gonna come and kind of give you an approval of saying that's okay, or they warn you. So 2 things. Your twin flame is you, and you're sharing the same frequency, the same energy, but in a different body. That's why, like Naomi said on the previous episode, your twin flame is your most perfect energetic match, but it does not mean it's going to work so well on 3D. It can, and I'm never saying, I see this daily, how twin flames are coming to the union, how they are bringing their energy together. But coming back to that, if you have to do something big in your life, or there is something that you need to change or shift, they also come and warn you about it. And they come through the conscious, like the subconscious mind. So in 3D, they might never tell you anything. Maybe they are not even aware of it, but their soul knows, the connection knows. And same you're doing actually for them. My twin dreamed so much about me that he one point told me why I can't get rid of you. And I said, I don't know. I can't, in that sense, I can't control it. But as I'm now, how do I say? I don't like telling to people in a sense of how they have to exactly live their life. I believe we all have our truth, and sometimes we just need a guidance, and sometimes we need to just see it from our own lens. But and that's why also for my twin, I'm not saying to him who he has to be, what he has to do, how he has to do, but I'm guiding with certain things. But I believe my soul is a bigger guidance in that sense, because like you said, why you are always here? Why do I keep on seeing you? So just to say that you also encourage. So if you are thinking of changing a job, if you are thinking of starting something new, if you are thinking to travel somewhere, if you're thinking to do something, and they tend to come on that time to your dreams and say you something, whether it's approval or you feel that they are trying to stop something, here you go. Of course, the other thing is, like I said before right now, that your twin is thinking about you. That's the reason you are having them in your dream. Your twin is thinking about you. It's the same like I just said. My twin was saying that why you are so much in my dreams is definitely one of the reasons that I was thinking of my twin. I was thinking of certain things. I was connecting, and through the meditations, through the love, through the connection. So obviously my energy, my power in that sense went through into his subconscious to give him the answer. So in that sense, if you're wondering if your twin is thinking of you and you had recently a dream about them, then here is your answer. So now we're gonna go closer to the union. Your twin can often come to your dreams. Let's say they're in a quiet silence. Let's say a year or two, couple of months, complete silence. No communication, no messages, no nothing. And all of a sudden, your twin tends to come back to your, comes to your dream out of nowhere. So you haven't dreamt of them ever in this time, or maybe a little bit, and they come to your dream. So that's another big sign that your physical union is actually getting closer. You see them in a dream before you're going to see them in a real life. And so dreaming of your twin flame is also a meaning that the physical union is near. Or you're going to hear from them very, very soon. So if you live in a different countries or you have some kind of an obstacle that you cannot talk to one another, like let's say you can't meet to one another, then often through the dreams you can communicate, you can connect. And then it happens that whether they're going to send you a message or you're going to run into them, or they're going to tell you, I want to see you, I want to meet you, I have something to tell you. So that's also the reason of you are seeing your twin in a dreams. And that's another thing I have heard from many of you who have had calls with me where they say they had such a significant dream. The dream felt like a real dream, and then a few days after they heard from their twin, and there has been like a complete silence before that. And it was like one-on-one, and they say, I remember that dream very vividly, and I remember when I received the message. It was like all of this made sense to me. And obviously now it's one of another thing of this twin flame dreams when you see them. I said to you before that we have different types of dreams. We have astral dreams where we can have a so-called astral sex together with your twin. That's totally possible as well. I totally believe in that. And or you have very, very lucid dreams, which I just mentioned, that you have a dream where you can tell that this just happened. This was just there. This is real. And then you have that in a 3D. This is happening. This is going to happen to you. So just to say that these lucid and really transforming dreams are bringing you closer to the 5D union. And one of the things with twin flames is you need to have energetic union, the soul union first, then it can manifest in 3D. And so in order for you, and that's why dreams can really help you to align with your twin. I just want to tell you about it because we all are in the different stages of this journey. That when you just now have entered into the separation, it's very unlikely that you're sleeping very well. So I'm just going to say that this is the time when you have just arrived to the separation, you're not going to sleep. So allow yourself to feel everything. Allow yourself to connect with everything, what is coming. And I know I did not sleep when I had this separation going on. But there were a couple of very vivid and very strong dreams that I even remember today, which is so weird because it went through my body. You can also have it during this dream state and connecting, which means you can have a out-of-body experience. And this is also very, very powerful of showing to you that you're not limited to your body. your energy is beyond that and you are connected. So just to say that here are a couple of reasons why you dream of your twin flame, but it really depends on the stage you are in it. So for example, if you have just arrived to the separation and you're dreaming of your twin flame, it can be that your twin flame is also expressing the feelings they have. But it's very unlikely that they're going to show up right now. But for example, you have been doing a lot of awakening work, you've been working within yourself, you've been there, and your twin tends to come to your dream very vividly. That can be a sign that you are ready for the physical union. You're ready to see each other, you're ready to connect. So just to say that the reason I talk about your dreams is they are playing a significant role on you on this journey. Your twin always tells you what you need to do and what comes next. And now it's just your, I would say, decision to listen or not to listen. So I'm just going to encourage you to the comments to write what has happened to you, which state you were in it, when did you see your twin, or how did they come to your dream, and share about it. And I just bring it in again, the Carl Jung, who has talked about a lot about dreams. And so Carl Jung has also said that the dream is a little hidden door in the innermost and most secret recesses of the soul. So what it means is that the dream portals, they grant an access to the depths and to the psyche where our truest and often hidden feelings reside. So that's why I always say, what happens in 3D is not always real and true. You need to start listening to your heart, not with the mind. And your frequency and vibrations matter in terms of manifesting it in the 3D. Whether we like it or not, but that's how it is. Your inner world is going to reflect on the outer world. If you don't believe that something can happen, it will not happen because you don't even believe. Who else will believe if you don't believe? But you need to have these answers inside of you. And I know that many of us often think, oh, but 5 years went by, 10 years went by, 15 years went by, 25 years went by, and nothing ever happened. And then let's say 30 years later. But no one is telling you to stop for 30 years of your life. 30 years, there was a reason, and you made that decision. So why I tell you to become your higher self and connecting with your higher senses, with your life, because this is all what you have. All of you to be you. And that is priceless. That is a magnetism. That is who you're supposed to be. And when you are a magnet, you also attract your twin or your soulmate. Or whoever has to come. So, and again, just to say and to say about it, because I really, really like about what Carl Jung is saying about it. And often we would say, but I don't see my twin in my life. There is no one over here. Well, you need to tap into your subconscious. Let me remind you about finding the time to meditate, finding the time to do some energy healing work. It's not a mumbo jumbo, I don't know what. I have done all of this on me. I am a living example of that. Things that started to shift and change for me when I started to connect with my higher self and with the energy, I just cannot even put into the words. And like I said 2 years ago, but life is a cycle, remember that. So it's not going to be always, butterflies and sunshines. But these hard times will teach you something. I know that there is this very beautiful quote that I asked for the strength, and the God gave me the strength by this challenge. I asked for love, and the God showed me what is the real love. I asked for compassion, and the God showed me the compassion. So all of this, in order to understand, we need to experience. It's as simple as with twin flames. If you haven't experienced this deep love and this deep connection, I can never put this into the words, what it is. You need to feel this inside of you. So yeah, this is about the dreams, and I'm just going to say again one thing from Carl Jung today. The dream is a small hidden door in the deepest and most intimate sanctum of the soul, which opens that primeval cosmic night that was so long before there was a conscious ego, and will be so far beyond what a conscious ego could ever reach. Like I said, live from your heart, not from your mind. Looking forward to hear your dreams and how it shifted on your journey. I might also, if you want to share a longer one, put it on twinflameawakeningjourney@gmail.com, and I will read on a podcast just to bring more light. But here are just the reasons why do you dream about your twin, and why is it more real than you think it is. Few things to go through. Those of you who would like to book a session with me for the consultation or activations, Kundalini activations, or just to channel you and your twin's energy to see what is happening in your life energetically, what are the things, more than welcome, twinflameawakeningjourney.com. If you would like to join us in Costa Rica this year, please do so. I saw it with the last session already. In that sense, the list is full now. But as we are waiting for people either to send their first payments or their things, it's not fully set. So if you are thinking, oh, I want to make myself a Christmas gift instead of, buying myself a new iPhone, which is all the same nowadays, I go and become an iPhone, of meaning I will become a higher self, I will become a magnet, I will change my life. So that will happen in Costa Rica on doing the Shivaratri, where we balance the energies of divine feminine and divine masculine for your love, for your connection. So get it, it's 25th of February till 2nd of March. So if you can join us, that would be lovely. And for the Patreon members, if whoever loves this podcast, whoever feels they can connect, it's $5.99 plus VAT, I believe. And I keep this, I think, forever in this price, I believe. For me, it's like if you can support this channel, amazing. It means the world to me. And there you have the workshops every other week, which you can join live. I do the recordings as well, but I don't believe the recordings are as powerful as the live, because during the live I facilitate the Kundalini energy through your body, through me, through the universe. And so you're more than welcome to join and support. I saw another time a beautiful soul starting with G did a very big donation on this here on YouTube. So I just want to say thank you so much. I'm not expecting that from anybody. This is my service here. But thank you so much. I just wanted to make sure that I also give you the blessings and love and thank you. So yes, every one of you who is listening, you are the truth. You are the magic, you are the magnet. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you for connecting. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for every little action you have made. It means the world to me, and it means the world for your twin and for everybody else. I'll see you on 27th of October with Naomi and a live session. Then we have a Cyprus retreat, and then we'll be back with our live sessions. And meanwhile, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Lots of love and light.
I've been fighting tooth and nail, felt it deep just to see it fail. What I know versus what I feel, what is hope and what I know is real, but I do know when I dream of you, the sun is never there, and when I sing of you, you seem to disappear. I'm gonna let on you this time around. I wanna bet on you, you know I really do. I'm gonna dream of you, it's all I ever want, but I can stay with you. Like the time when you held my hand, making plans about our promised land. Was it so